In the winter, it is natural to want to keep your pet warm. However, most people do not know how to do this. In this video, we'll go over 7 easy tips to keep your pet warm during the cold winter months. Pets suffer the same way we do during the cold months, and they need a way to stay warm. The usual solution is to buy a blanket and wrap it around your pet. Although this is not a very effective solution, it is better than nothing. In this video, we bring 7 better solutions that can make your pet warm this winter. During the cold winters, we love huddling up in blankets and sipping our favorite hot beverage by the fireplace. Or binge watching the newest Netflix series. But, our pets may also be cold and they are not able to express it in a way that we can understand. Sharp drops in temperature can cause them to shiver the entire night and even catch an illness. To ensure your beloved pet is just as warm as you are, we've gathered these 7 essential tips to keep your pet safe and warm this winter. Now let's talk about how to keep your pets warm during winter. 1. Get all their winter essentials to keep pets warm in winter. Cozy up. Make their place snug and full of warmth by adding in extra pillows and blankets. If you have a fireplace or an area in your home that is warmer, consider shifting their sleeping place to protect them from getting the chills. Puppies are especially less tolerant of the cold weather because they have less fat and muscle. It's best to buy them a large, cozy dog sweater. Or, if you happen to be a knitter, then get on with the labor of love. By constantly wearing a doggy sweater, you are actually training them into the habit and they will be less likely to tear it off. Leave extra blankets on your couch, bed, and pet bed so your pets can hunker down when they're chilly. Small dogs and cats love making nests and burrowing in blankets. And please, never leave your dog outdoors in the cold or in your car without the heat running. Your vehicle turns into a freezer in the winter months, and leaving your pet in a car without heat can be fatal. 2. Keep them away from ice and cold water. If you plan on hiking, don't let your pet off his leash. The thick and dense snow can cause dogs to lose their sense of smell and get lost. You can also put an ID or a tiny bracelet around their paw with a microchip for safety purposes. Puppies can be extremely vulnerable on thin ice. They don't have the capacity to detect the danger they're standing on, so be extra cautious on their behalf. If they drop into a freezing puddle, they can catch hypothermia and even drown. Even if the ice plane looks thick and safe enough to skate on. When it comes to your pets, you have to take extra precaution. In addition, your pet doesn't know how to skate or balance themselves on the slippery plane and could end up injuring themselves. Bathing too often can remove necessary essential oils and increase the chance of developing dry, flaky skin. If you must bathe your furry friend, use moisturizing shampoo and/or rinse recommended by your veterinarian. Never let your dog off the leash on snow or ice, especially during a snowstorm. Dogs can lose their scent in the snow and easily become lost. More dogs are lost during the winter than during any other season. So make sure your dog always wears an ID tag. 3. Encourage fur growth to keep pets warm in winter. Did you know that you can encourage fur growth in your pet by taking them out in the snow? For larger dogs, exposure to chilly weather for a few hours every day can cause their hair to grow thicker as they adapt to changes. You'll want to lessen the time you spend outdoors with smaller dogs because they can't tolerate the cold as much. In the long run, spending time outdoors will eventually lead to thicker and fuller growth and keep pets warm in the winter. 4. Increase feedings accordingly. Pets naturally stay warm by burning calories based on what they eat. In order to stay warm, they will need more food. Try adding in some performance diets or increase their feeds accordingly to help them sustain the warmth. Our pets work a little harder to stay warm in the winter and therefore burn extra energy. Feeding them a bit extra can provide much needed calories, and they certainly won't complain. Make sure they are also drinking plenty of water. It will help keep them, and their skin, hydrated. 5. Avoid DE-ICERS. Antifreeze is commonly used in many de-ICER products, and they include other toxic chemicals as well. Antifreeze can kill pets, so clean up any spills as soon as they happen. If your pet has stepped in any de-ICERS, antifreeze, or other toxic chemicals that are used on roads, wipe down their paws with a gentle, pet-safe cleanser. Follow that up with some olive oil to keep their paws from drying out and cracking. Sometimes, dogs and cats lick toxic chemicals from their paws. So if you are using these products on your driveways, only use pet-safe products. Coolants and antifreeze made with propylene glycol are less toxic to pets, wildlife and family. Dogs are at particular risk of salt poisoning in winter due to the rock salt used in many areas, often when licking it from their paws after a walk. Store de-icing salt in a safe place and wipe your dog's paws, even after short walks. If your dog ingests rock salt, call a veterinarian immediately. 6. Dress your pet warmly. Winters will automatically call for a pet sweater or dog jacket. And they even make boots for small and large breeds. You may not opt for the boots, but the first two are a must and ensure that your pet is safe and warm during their winter walks. Dressing your pet gets a bad rap, but if you've got a cold companion, don't be afraid to experiment with anything from sweaters and hoodies to boots and socks. Pets with short hair or thin coats are particularly vulnerable to cold temperatures. So, visit your local pet shop and see what they have. Pay attention to seams, tags, and where the bulk of the material hits. Make sure your pet's furless spots, like their stomach, are covered. Bonus tip: ask about your store's return policy. It may take a few tries to find what clothing works for your pet. 7. Insulated dog and cat houses. Make sure your full-time or part-time outdoor pet has a well-insulated house that's properly placed and maintained. The most important features of a dog or cat house for the winter are: sloped roof, insulated walls, elevated floor, weather flap in the front, insulating bedding material, straw, shavings, blankets. Finally, make sure the dog or cat house is big enough for the pet to turn around and lie down, but not so large that their body heat escapes. And, make sure the door is pointed away from the wind. Be sure to keep these tips top of mind this winter so that you and your furry friends can stay warm, cozy, and safe. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to see our next video about the animals we love best.